Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th, and I just got an email from a viewer named Kirsten who asked a very simple question. She says, David, how come your videos are only about 7 minutes long? I want to know more. Make them longer, please. Kirsten, okay. Lots of exclamation points in that email. But here's the thing. When I used to work at America Online. I worked at America Online. I built for those of you that are on America Online, you know how a new window would come up with a new area every time you clicked on a link and opened things up. Well, I was one of those guys that made those areas. In particular, I made rich media areas. We don't even call it that anymore. There's nothing spectacularly strange and new about audio and video, but in those days, oh my gosh, I mean, text and pictures was about it. But then when we added audio and video, that was one of the biggest events ever at America Online. And I was one of the people that helped make those areas. But we would do focus groups, and we would bring in some users from America Online, and we'd sit them down in a room surrounded by cameras and observers with one-way mirrors. And we would just watch them use the service, and we'd see how certain areas were faring, and we would also watch their behavior. And it was amazing how quickly they would be distracted by other things going on around them. There were no cell phones per se in those days. They were still kind of bricky, and certainly weren't smartphones. But lots of other things would distract them. Their watch, or the person next to them, or something else going on the computer. And what we found, amazingly, was that it took no less than, on average, 5 to 7 minutes to distract someone. And I remember taking away from that experience just how fleeting and brief our attention spans were, especially when it came to digital stuff, because it really takes a lot of work to focus in on that screen and just really pay attention to what's going on, right? And so recently, the remainder of AOL, which is basically Huffington Post with a send us a comment form, they're not what they used to be. But I have some friends that still work there, and they ran another focus group just to see how long people paid attention. And they found that nothing has changed. The time is exactly the same. 5, 6, 7 minutes, that's it. And then you're off to something else. If they gathered your attention to begin with. So learning that way back then, which is like 25 years ago, and knowing now that it's pretty much exactly the same, it informs how long I make these videos. It informs how long I stay on the phone with people. It informs how long I take to explain important things. It informs how long I make each one of my lessons for VO2GoGo. Each one of the sections that I do for the ACX Masterclass. I really pay attention to how long I have with someone before it's hard for them to keep at it, to stick to it. So what I'd rather do is to do a series of videos that are nicely chunked, that don't take up a lot of your time, and it also gives you the opportunity to go do other things, to listen to somebody else's video, or watch somebody else's video, or listen to somebody else's podcast. There's a reason why people that do really long podcasts, and by really long, I mean, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, there's a reason why not all of their listeners or viewers ever get to the end or even the second half of those podcasts. And it's because they have other things going on. Now, you may say to yourself, well, how come, you go to a movie theater and you watch for 2 hours? Because they remove all the distractions. In fact, you get kind of upset when there's distractions, when somebody's on their phone or somebody's talking, or, God knows what that couple over there is doing. You get upset. You don't want there to be distractions. Same thing with television and with radio shows. They constantly tease you about what's upcoming. So anyway, that's the answer to your question. That's why these videos are the length that they are. because I want to share with you things that are brief and to the point and that are usable and that you want to be a subscriber for. And the next video that I do is going to tell you about a woman that wrote me and told me off about telling her to unsubscribe from the list. And that was a very short moment. I had no distractions there whatsoever. But anyway, I want to make sure things are useful, and I think giving you that kind of chunk does it. So tell me, what do you think about this? Is this news to you? Is this something how long is your attention span? How long before you're interrupted by something else going on, the kids or the pets or your phone or who knows what all? Is this something that you've noticed, that our attention spans are so short? Leave me a comment on vo2gogo.com and sign up for the list on vo2gogo.com, the 60 seconds list there. I have been saying sign up for the videos, but I realize that if you just sign up for the videos on YouTube, that's all you're going to get is the videos. And I've got so many good things going on at Vo2Gogo on the list. That's really where I'd love to have you, including these videos. So sign up for my list, and if you want to get the latest video that I've done, go ahead and click on that frame, and YouTube will play it for you. That's what we want to do, all right? I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.